Hello everyone and welcome to a new edition of this Memorias del Termosifone. You might be wondering, where is the termosifone? If that's the thing that gives the name of this space. And the truth is that I gave up to nostalgia because I realized that this might be the last edition in which I have the opportunity of recording that space in this room, the room in which I have lived since I arrived in Italy 3 years ago almost. So I had the choice of doing it in the silly termosifone that is special only because I had the idea of recording something in front of it because it was so cold and I needed it, or doing it in the adventure wall. That is something that is quite special for me, that since I will be leaving to Finland in a couple of days, maybe this is the last time that I have the opportunity of like living this space, like not only having it here, not only like showing it, but doing something with it. Yeah. So a lot of things have happened since the last Memoria del Termosifone. I didn't explain why I'm doing this in English. Actually, I realized because I watched the previous two Memoria del Termosifone to remember which was the idea of this space, that I had changed the language from Spanish to Italian for no reason. So I said like, okay, maybe that can be a characteristic of this space, so I could change also from Italian to English. Next year I can do it in French. That's all because I'm studying Dutch, but I just realized that that's such a head of a language, so I don't expect to be able to do a complete video in that language in 2 years. So yes, and I had the temptation of just stopping the video to, okay, yeah, I should include that quote about the language naturally, but no, that's what I like about this space, that I'm taking this idea from a monologue from Carolina San, because I have been watching a lot of her videos recently. Go if you speak Spanish. And yeah, she also appreciates this kind of spaces, because everything now on internet is kind of a product. You can see all, like, any video, anything like super processed, and instead those little spaces that are very spontaneous are rather rare, like her monologues, or like this space of Memoria del Termosifone. So I'm just going to leave this space, let this space to be anything it needs to be, just as the transformation of stop recording it in the Termosifone and making it in the wall. So let's leave it, let's let it be anything it needs to become, and talk about things. I mean, of course, I have some ideas in which I thought, like, okay, considering that I do this thing like once a year, there are some points I would like to go through. But at the same time, that arises the question of why I am even doing this. Maybe the reason of the previous videos was the same, but different from the one I have now. In those videos I just wanted to express something, or a lot of things, because I was going through a lot of things. Right now, of course, I am too, as many of you, of course. But right now I realized that actually this space is kind of a radiography of the person I am becoming. That's why I also advise you to just take a moment to record the things that you are feeling, the things that you are thinking, going through, because one day all these things that seem so intense, so important, one day they will be just senseless, maybe meaningless, or not meaningless, but without importance. But those things made you the person you are becoming. So those videos will be a radiography of the things that made you there. Because this person that will stop existing, maybe in 5 minutes, maybe tomorrow, maybe in 1 week, won't die. This will become part of myself. I just will be deep down. So all this, to summarize, is like a process of internal speleology that I think that we all should do, because time goes away, life goes away. All these adventures, anything you are doing, your new job, your master, as it happened to me recently, is going just to go away and will never come back, and you will wake up one day being 25 and you will say, hey, come on, I arrived here 3 years ago, I was taking these subjects, and now out of the blue, it's gone. Everything is finished. All the people came, went away, all the subjects. At some points in which you were taking the exams and you were so worried, okay, oh my god, it's the 5th time that I take fission reactor physics, I won't pass this and I will die here because I won't be able to get graduated. All that at some point will be just a joke. I think that comedy is drama plus time. So okay, let it be and make a video out of it to be able to appreciate it. That's the valuable thing about this. I don't know why, I don't know, I just felt like saying that. I have a problem, I have this like contradiction with myself about engineering, as I have expressed in other videos, like in the video that is a product that I made. What are you going to do with your life? With your own unique opportunity in life. In that video I explained that contradiction, but essentially right now it hasn't changed that much, because I have seen how a lot of friends just get graduated to increase their consumption capacity. You know, they are exchanging time that will never come back in exchange for money. It's okay, man. I mean, money is needed. My mom always make me jokes about it, because each time that I am like, oh, yes, I got this new job, and she says, you're so excited because you know that money is important, right? Because I have this problem with money. I would like a world in which you don't need money, in which we all collectivize and go for the real essential needs. Okay, money is needed, so a lot of people just work and go and exchange their lives for consumption capacity, which is linked to money. It's not the same as money, of course. And I don't know, I think that's senseless, because those are things that you don't really need. Most of the times you are just exchanging your time, that is the biggest, the highest luxury, to other things that are luxuries that you can show to society to increase your your ego. The second point about I wanted to discuss is the ego. I just realized that we do a lot of things because of the ego, because I have been reading a lot of society books, this avere o essere, to have or to be, by Eric Fromm. And yes, it's not precisely our fault, it's because the society has been founded in some values in which power, domination, and private property are the drivers of everything. So of course you just want to achieve, to get more, to study, to get. I don't know, I have a problem with it. I don't want to join that race. So I am this point in which I just got graduated a couple of months ago. I think that I'm going nowhere on the same point. Let it be. And it's similar to school, but in school, of course, the problem was that you need to choose a path. This point is kind of more sillier, because I already had a path. I already chose what I wanted to do. Even if I don't like it, there is something I can do right now. So I just need new ideas, because I realized I don't want it. In that way, I have explored a lot. I have had a lot of adventures. I don't want to tell it here because I kind of did it in the previous video, but it showed me that what I liked about life is something different. I have talked about this also in the previous Memorias del Termosifone. But so, what should I do then? If I realize that consumption capacity is not what made me happy, maybe it's also the case for you. Maybe you realize that what you really love, when you get away this mist of ego, you realize that the things that really make you happy is, like in my case, community. You need to redefine what is community for you. You need to redefine then what is job for you, because job, in that moment in which you realize ego apart, that it should be a ponte, a bridge. Sorry for the cut of the video. I just heard the sound that the space was over, so the recording stopped. I don't know, I lost a lot of things that I said, but bridge, it was the word I was looking for. Keeping with that idea, we should find the bridge between the things we individually want and the things that society needs. that sounds a lot of cliche. That sounds like the idea of vocation. I don't know if that's the word in English, but yes, everyone says like, yeah, the things that you want, the things that the world needs, and you should work on that. Come on, no one is doing that, or no one, or at least most of the people is not doing that. Most of the people is only thinking about themselves, because in the current system, it is not done what has to be done, or not even what is needed, but almost like it looks like it is only done what the capital tells the world to do, like where the money is going, even if it's stupid, even if it's destroying the fucking planet, that's where our efforts, our research, our everything is going. I'm sorry, I have a problem with that. I don't want to join that race in which I am looking to increase the position, my position, thinking about feeling only the ego, while living in this system of domination, in this system where only the money tells us where to go. So, well, that's the thing I wanted to say about job. I said a lot of other things that were lost forever. Yes, considering that, I mean, I solved the thing of the space, but not that much. I need to change the iPhone. Yeah, you're saying all these things that you have an iPhone. Shut up. Well, yes, I think that I should like close this video soon. But essentially, yes, I don't know. I don't know where I will be next time that I will record this beautiful space. If it will be Memoria del termosifone, if it will be Memoria del muro dei ricordi. I don't even know if I'm going to be alive, or maybe some people is going to watch this video saying, oh, he was so nice. You never know. You never know. Also, that's the other thing I wanted to talk about, that I had a different relationship with death since this year. I don't know if I'm going to have enough time to say this. If the recording stops and you don't get the final thing, keep it that way. I'm not going to give you more explanations. But yes, this year 2024, I will remember it as the year in which my health just died and was horrible. At some point this year, I thought, yeah, my days are almost over. It was curious, because I was reading the Confessions of Rousseau, Jacques Rousseau. He has these confessions, and everything I have from the beginning felt like, yeah, close to him, for all the things that he was telling. Not all the things. If you read it, not all the things. And at some point he says like, yeah, he at 25, he became so sick. He was like, okay, what I like about dying right now is to die in a moment in which I feel with enough courage about dying, you know, and not where I am old and I am like just full of drama. And I was like, yeah, okay. And he wrote himself a letter about it, like, yeah, I'm glad that we are like talking to himself dying right now. And I wrote a lot of things also, like I gave to my best friend a lot of instructions about, okay, if I die this year or soon, these are a lot of things that I would like the world to have about me. These writings, these were my ideas, the music I loved, the stories behind the music I loved. All quite dramatic, but I think that this sounds dramatic when you look it as a joke, as I said before. Everything is drama plus time. In that moment, it felt like quite real, and that's an experience that I advise everyone. It's like in a book of Alejandro Gaviria, and he explained the effect Sanders, that when you think that you are about to die, it gives you colors. It gives you colors the day after, because the smells, the tastes, everything feels so alive, because you thought that you were just saying goodbye. Yeah, my whole year was like that. I just started feeling okay, relatively okay, like this month, and so it's like, okay, maybe I'm not going to die. And I took a lot of exams, so I don't think that I didn't take it seriously. But yeah, I think that everything is okay now. Maybe not, maybe next this is the last Memoria del termosifone. I don't care, that's the cycle of life, you know. I don't wanna say that I did a lot of things with my life. I think that I was just kind of useless, like the person that just experienced the thing of being alive, but I didn't really help, or I don't think that I have a really big impact in the world. I was talking with my best friend, like, yeah, even with all those things, all these adventures, it feels like I put it in these terms like a masturbation. it was like, yeah, I enjoyed life, but only on my own, and I didn't have any big impact. And I am aware that I would like to do that. I am aware that I am becoming, I feel it, that I can do something more, and I didn't do it. I had this shock, like, okay, if I die, at least I can say that I enjoyed life. If I live more, and I would like maybe in Memorias del Termosifone, of like in which I am already speaking Chinese, to be able to talk. Yeah, you remember when I was young and silly and I said these things? I did something. I would like that, because just enjoying life, that's what everyone wants to do, and that's okay that everyone wants to do it. But these are times that require us to be aware, to collectivize, to solve problems that are threatening the humankind, and not only humankind, but life on Earth. Yeah, you know, I used to say this when I studied nuclear engineering, but then I realized that the problem was not the clean electricity, but the fact that the whole system doesn't care about it. So keep this idea that maybe you think you are doing something for the world, for life, to help and whatever. No, those are stories that you are telling yourself to feel better. I was telling myself these stories. I'm still telling myself these stories, but now I have this doubt. Everything starts with a doubt, and I feel that I have this doubt that is telling me that maybe you are only thinking about yourself. Maybe you still need to get rid of all this ego mist through which you interact with others, through which you dream, through which you work, through which you do everything. I'm scared about how many of the things we do as a humans are mediated by ego. We need to solve that. We need to focus on real problems and stop telling that. I think that the first step is just to stop telling us that we are doing something against it while we are not actually. I don't know if it is still recording. I feel so like, yeah, I'm getting deeper and I'm going to start to cry at some moment without knowing if it is recording. So better I call here and see you maybe from Finland, from France, from Spain, from Sweden. Please, Sweden, and see ya.